This is it, Jennifer. Your big break in TV. Government prime time, bitch!
Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Silver Screen Scream Show. I'm your host, Kirby, and today we are going to be reviewing Predator, Killer of Killers, that released in 2025. This is directed by Dan Trottenberg, who did Prey a few years ago. Oh my god! Oh, we got a special guest on our hands. Oh, your video froze. There you are. It's a Predator.
Click.
Oh, wait, that's Chewy.
That's Chewy.
Oh, we have a special guest on our hands. Let's see who this Predator is.
Hey, I'm the Predator.
Oh, God.
All right, let's go.
Take that helmet off. Show your face.
What do you mean? This took me 20 minutes.
Show your face, damn it. Oh my god. It's Slater.
My gun fell.
Slater, you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. Well, I'm gonna have to fucking do something.
Alright, get yourself situated.
Alright, hold on.
That's good.
Fuck. Hold on.
I like your little alien nipples. Your little predator nips.
Well, I covered them up just in case you got demonetized or something.
The world wasn't ready to see it. Since you dressed as the Predator, I actually forgot that you wanted me to dress as Arnold, but I got this little army vest here. There we go. Got
Where's
my belly right here.
Yeah, we're just
showing off.
My noodle clacking.
Hell yeah. You look damn good.
Thanks, man. I really tried.
I really appreciate it that you went to this extent.
Yeah. They don't know about the hour that I've been sitting outside smoking cigarettes dressed like that.
Yeah, we ran a little bit behind, but we're here now.
Yep.
How you doing?
Pretty good. I just sitting around. That's just fucking Predator hooker.
Hell yeah. I mean, you clearly were smoking cigarettes in a freaking fishnet outfit.
Yeah, I was hoping none of my redneck neighbors came out and wanted to kick my ass or anything.
They just pull out a rifle. They're like, should we shoot this guy?
That's what I pictured, them being like, what the hell's wrong with that boy?
What the hell? We got a predator.
I have to take this off my fucking arm. Pretty good content, huh?
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Are you good?
Well, the sweet calculator that I have here.
Yeah, you need to keep that just in case you need to like self-destruct.
Yeah, in case this podcast sucks too bad, I can just
just fucking peace out.
Get a few of those. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to be reviewing Predator, Killer of Killers. This came out this year, directed by Dan Trottenberg. Let's go ahead and read a little quick synopsis. I still can't get over that. That's hilarious. But 3 of the fiercest warriors in human history became prey to the ultimate killer of killers, Slater. Slater. Oh my god. I wasn't even looking at the screen.
I got my notes here.
Please. Hold on. It's blurry on my end. Was that a middle finger? Was that a penis? Oh my god.
Yep, I got
Okay.
everything printed out, ready to go.
I hope to God this doesn't get demonetized.
I want to put a shirt on.
No, you can't.
All right.
But anyways,
All right.
what'd you think of the movie?
Movie was pretty good. I hated the fucking animation. I almost turned it off in the first 5 minutes. Swear to
Really?
God. Yeah, the animation was. Well, I read some stuff online where it was like, I guess the people from like they were going off of people from Arcane. I don't know if you
Yeah.
watched that League of Legends shit or whatever.
I didn't watch
But-
it, but I knew that that was the same art style.
Yeah, it had that like glitchiness to it where it seemed like it was lagging the whole time.
Yeah.
And I talked to other people about it, and they were like, I thought it was just like their internet was going out, and I was like, nope, that's just how the
It's
shit
just
was.
the movie, brother.
Yeah. So that,
Honestly, didn't
drove me
mind it that
crazy.
much.
On the second watch, it didn't drive me as crazy, but the first time I was like, God, I don't want to watch this. Like, I mean, look at everything else that's done with animation like that. Like, look at what's the one show, Death, Love, and Robots or whatever. I was talking to my uncle
I've
about
never
it. He was
even
like,
seen
yeah,
it.
Look, but like
I,
that, and like
The Spider-Man movies had that, like, I can't remember how many frames per second, but it had that glitch look to it. I think it works for that.
I hated it. I couldn't stand it. Maybe I've just
Good.
watched too many Blizzard cinematics, and I'm like, man, that's awesome. And then that
You're like, it's
that
so
was my
creamy.
biggest. Yeah, this just drove me crazy.
I didn't mind the effects, like the whole animation style of it. But literally, I watch like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and stuff like on a weekly basis because my kid watches it 24/7. So I'm kind of used to the animation style. But it did trip me up like the first like few seconds of it. I was like, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah, I just feel like it could have been way cooler. I don't know.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad, but I got used to it. But I couldn't not look at it whenever I
Yeah.
first started watching it.
I thought this was actually a really good movie. It's only like an hour and 20 minutes, I think. I think that's what it said.
I'm not sure.
Let me see here.
Yeah, it was definitely good. It just, I don't know. I liked it. I mean, I watched it 2-3 times, and then
Yeah.
it made me go back and watch all the other Predators.
I like your little collection on the desk there. You
Oh,
got
the
a good
Predator
VHS collection.
Yeah, that's about half of it. I wish you got. You remember whenever I bought that lunchbox
Yeah.
years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were together for that.
That's why I wanted you on this episode specifically, because I'm like, he loves Predator. He is a predator. And
Yeah.
the word, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, call
But yeah.
Chris Hansen. Yeah, don't tell my kid that.
But yeah, so I knew I had to get you on the episode for this, and I'm glad you liked it. I liked it too. I didn't expect it to be like an anthology story. Like went into it completely blind. I didn't see any trailers or anything, so I didn't realize like it was split up into 4 parts. It starts off
Yeah,
with like the Viking story, who is Ursa, and
Ursula.
not Ursula, Ursa.
Yeah, Ursula.
And then there's then it goes to Kenji and Kyosho in Japan, feudal Japan, and then Torres, who is in the army and just a badass too. Those are the 3
was my least
characters in
favorite.
different. You really didn't like him that much?
I thought I would because of the whole like working on cars and stuff, but I hated him.
I mean, it's kind of hard to compare to 2 killers before that who were completely
Yeah, he's
badass.
just
I mean, Ursa
he's a
killed a
pussy.
whole
That's what
clan
he is.
with shields.
He just, yeah. And shields that didn't even, I don't know if you looked at them, but where she was cutting everyone's heads off, it was just broken boards.
yeah.
Like yeah, it didn't even have like a sharpness to it besides on the other side, but she was like smacking people fucking like.
She's a fucking Viking, man. Just
but I was like, how the fuck is she cutting their heads off with just three 2x4s that are blunt on the end.
She's a Viking. That's the answer. That's all there is to it.
I guess.
Dude, which one was your favorite little side story?
Definitely Ursula.
Ursula. It's Ursa, by the way.
Definitely Ursula.
You're like, I'm a big fan of Ursula. I'm glad I got to see her backstory before The Little Mermaid.
Yeah, before she grew tentacles and got fat.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. She lost her son, got abducted by these predators, and then went and lived in the ocean. You know?
That's maybe that's the whole other story whenever she fell into the water. Maybe she just went down, and died.
Oh. So what I think when she fell in the water, the timeline split. So there was another timeline where she got abducted by the predator, but then the main timeline was her living in the waters forever. Yeah,
she's pissed off because Ariel's singing with that crab.
Yeah, and she's like, fuck, I want that crab. I love that crab.
I want crabs.
I need crabs. Yeah. But honestly, my favorite one was the one in Japan. I love the one in the Viking time too. But the two brothers I thought was really cool. Let's go ahead and do like a brief little summary of them. But Ursa is a Viking going after someone that forced her to kill her father. And she spends her whole entire life training her son and saying, we're going to kill this son of a bitch. And I want my son to do it. And the son's like, no, I can't do that. And she's like, you're a fucking puss. I'll do it myself. And then this big behemoth of a predator's like, no, I'm going to kill him and every single one of you.
Do you remember what was that shit they had in the 90s? It was like a blow up punching glove.
Yeah.
The fucking sock'em boppers or whatever. That's what that dude had.
It reminded me honestly of the Mega Man cannon.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess you could say that. The
ripped off Capcom.
Sock'em boppers or whatever. Yeah. Seems cool. You know the son from that? I don't know if you ever watched Smosh, that shit on YouTube.
I watched a little bit of Smosh back in the day, but I've not seen Smosh in years, man.
Well, the dude that does the kid, Anders, the guy from Workaholics, that's one of the guys from Smosh that does the voice for it. He started doing voice acting. Yeah.
He did pretty good. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I didn't either. And then I started looking up the actors. And I was like, oh, shit. That's the guy from Smosh.
You said it was Haas? Who was the character?
Yeah, Damien Haas, Anders.
Yeah. Okay. That is pretty sweet. I had no idea about that.
I'm taking us off.
Whoa, so this podcast is actually good now? You're like, yeah, I got to take this off and relax a little bit.
Dude, I've had that on for an hour trying to figure out.
Dude, I'm sorry. For one, we did not have this camera set up. We were going through the same issues that me and Jesse had. And instead of me finding a way to easily do it, I waited until the time of the podcast.
We were supposed to do it at 6 o'clock. And then somebody texted me and was like, oh, I'm still at Kroger. I'm still buying fucking food. And he's like, let's do it at 6:30. I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, let me just sit here with all this shit on.
Listen, man, it was China's fault. I'm going to blame her.
yeah, I bet.
It's her fault. And then the second one, after Ursula...
There was stuff that we missed in the first one that we haven't talked about yet.
What all went down?
All right. Let me get the notes. All right, so the ship's clear, right?
Yeah.
When you see it going over, but then you see the jet engines flying out the back. So what's the point of having a clear ship that's camouflaged if you can see the jet burners blowing out the back of it? That's probably like 100 foot
because
long.
We're dumb, and if it was just invisible, we wouldn't have known.
I guess. And another thing,
it's so fucking loud too. Like they're sitting there like all quiet at the fire, and you just hear,
Yeah. Yeah, there's no fucking jet engines are so loud.
they're like,
And they
these
call
damn
that-
birds are loud.
Yeah, that's thunder. That's the gods up there bowling.
They're
But,
like, there goes
that-
Thor again.
Yeah, there he is. There's a strike. But they also called the predator in that Grendel. Do you remember Beowulf and Grendel, the
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it was because of that they called it Grendel, because he's like a monster or whatever.
I mean, that would
Or-
make sense, yeah. I never
Yeah,
even
they were
thought
just like,
about
"Oh,
it, though,
that-"
when I was watching it. I was watching it at the hospital while I was working. So I was just
well,
like, oh,
yeah.
hell yeah. But yeah, that makes a lot of
You-
sense.
The first Grendel, you remember that movie where the dude Grendel comes out and he's just beating himself in the head with a fucking rock?
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched that one or the remake with Angelina Jolie where she's naked and
I don't think I've even seen that one. I remember the older one.
yeah.
But yeah, that's
But-
pretty cool. And I love Ursula's a complete badass. Like we were talking about, she kills a whole clan with like 2 shields, kills like 90% of them. Yep, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. But like she kills them all with the shields and then gets to the guy and he's like, I don't even know who you are. She's like, bullshit. You do know me. And he's like, yeah, I do. You're a bitch. And then like
Didn't-
she starts
That's
crying.
what happened. That's what happened in fucking TCM that we did. She's like, you remember me? He's like, who the fuck are you?
Why does TCM pop up in every episode I do? It's gonna haunt me for the rest of my freaking life, man.
That's the best episode you ever did.
It is. It's a strong episode for sure. I mean,
There's also
now we
funny-
topped it.
Oh yeah, because I'm in fishnet with duct tape on my nipples.
Yeah, you're upping my view count by like at least 200%.
Yeah, they're like, who's this bald, overweight, middle-aged man?
And why am I
Yeah.
turned on?
Yeah, why my heart is a fucking rock right now?
But
There was also the thing in that, because I just went back and ran through like 3 or 4 of the old Predator movies, and in AVP, the one chick that's like doing the lead or whatever, she's like, if you fall in this water, you'll die within 3 minutes. And that's all I could think of whenever she fell in the water. I was like, you got 3 minutes to live. The girl from AVP told me so.
yeah, well, that was in the future. That water wasn't as bad.
Oh, the water was less cold back then.
Yeah, she's a Viking, you know.
Oh yeah,
She
they don't
can
feel.
They are a lot tougher than us, and they can naturally be in colder water longer than normal humans in today's age.
Yeah, that's what I've always heard about Vikings.
Yeah. All the textbooks said that. Like you can
Yeah,
when you
I
open
read
the
that.
textbooks, it shows their stats, and
Yeah.
their toughness stats is like almost to the maximum, and normal humans is about like 23, when Vikings are close to like
Oh.
75 to 80.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know that we had D&D stats on.
You've not even opened a textbook in what, like 25 years?
Like 10 minutes.
You're like, I opened one textbook in my time for 10 minutes.
I went to textbook school.
Yeah. Got pretty
They,
technical about it.
Yeah, I went to a technical school.
Technical about the text in that book.
Yeah.
But
I mean, what else do I have written down here? Oh, the face paint that Anders has. Did you notice it was kind of close to what's her name from Prey? Naru or Naruto?
yeah, Naruto. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Whenever
can't
he
even
does
remember the
1,000
girl's
years of
name
death.
from Prey. But
It's Naru, isn't it? Or Naru?
let me see here.
It's Naruto. It's Naru, I'm pretty sure.
It
Because I looked it up
is
the other day.
Naru.
Toe.
Naru.
Toe.
No. But yeah, it was very similar. I don't know if that's just a little. Well, obviously there's an Easter egg that we'll go ahead and we'll wait for that toward the end, but
You can't do that yet. You can't pull it out yet.
yeah, I can't flop out that piece of information.
Yeah, you can't prematurely ejaculate the fucking Naru scene that we're
You
talking
just
about.
did it.
We're gonna wait.
You just did it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Okay.
No, it'll come up later.
So, Ursula is like kicking this predator's ass. She almost dies, but she grabs his Capcom gun, his Mega Man gun, and blasts him into the anchor, and she makes it out. But it came with a cost. Her son died, and then as she's crying for her son, some other predator was hiding the whole time and's like, you're coming with me. And then like she's in the ship. She's in the ship and we don't know what time it is. And then it flips over to another person and it goes over to our brother. Is that one Genji or Kenji or is it Kyosho? I can't remember which one's their name.
Overwatch? That's Hanzo and Genji from Overwatch.
Yeah. I don't know which brother.
Geometry.
Which one was the good one?
I don't know. I didn't even learn their names.
Well, I literally Google pointed it out. I was just like, oh yeah, those brothers are tight, man. But like, so there's these little kids.
The fucking little pussy one cut his face.
Dude, no, this one was my favorite one. But it goes to them as kids. It goes to them as kids. You know, they're in Japan and the leaves are flowing and they're like, oh, hell yeah, we're best friends. We're going to.
The leaves are falling and the rains are coming and the shit's ahead.
They're training, brother. They're training and trying to figure out who's going to be the top dog and be the samurai that their father wants them to be. And their father's like, okay, you all got to fight and kill one another. And one of them's like, no way, I'm not killing my brother, bro. And then the other one's like, yeah, me neither. And then he like, he's like, JK.
The dude's like, I'm scared. The dude fucking, he gets nervous because fucking Shredder's his goddamn dad.
Yeah.
It's like, I cannot. Oh. He's like Japanese accent.
Yeah, that might be a little bit bad. You got to work on that.
Shimjiao. Oh.
Okay. That's terrible, bro.
Oh,
you got to work on that a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
did you notice how that kid got his face cut and then he turns into Forrest Gump? And he
starts walking,
fucking running. Yeah, he just runs and never comes back.
He's like, run. Yeah, so he runs and lives literally just right outside the castle for like 20 years. He's a farmer.
He's been riding that fucking log the whole time. Whenever this first started, I was like, oh God, they're making paper boats. This is how Georgie got fucked up.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, the good brother, I can't remember if that one's Kenji or the other one, but he goes and starts practicing the life of a shinobi. And once he grows up, it's the time where like the dad dies or something, and the brother's like, okay, I'm the top dog now. And the good brother's like, no, you're not the top dog. I'm the top dog. So he goes into his little hut.
No, dog, I'm the top dog now. I'm the man now, dog.
He's like, bro, I'm the top bro. But no, he goes into his little hut.
Bro, I'm the top bro.
He lifts up his little
look at my nipples.
So stupid. But he lifts up his little carpet and has his little shinobi sword and all his little gadgets and stuff. And he sneaks into the castle. And also...
No, you missed up. No, don't skip the part where he kills the guy with his fucking dick out. He pulled up on the log, looked at the dude's pecker, and then killed him.
What's crazy is like the brother up top saw that log floating. And he's like, oh, that's a little bit weird.
What a weird log.
And he was right.
Sticking out of the front.
He was completely right because his brother was inside that log and there was a soldier pissing in the water and he's like, oh,
my brother's in that log. Ah, Kimchi, my brother, he's in the log.
And that soldier literally is pissing on the brother, and that brother's like, "Hey yo," blows a dart at him.
Let me get a little taste.
Yeah, that pee is literally going through his little straw. He's about to blow the dart.
Yeah.
He's like,
oh, I've been waiting 27 years for this.
every 27 years I come here.
For 27 years, there's a man who pees in my straw.
But yeah, he kills that guy and he sneaks up. And as he's sneaking up, there's also another shinobi, but it's a predator shinobi. And he is cool as hell. He's all tall and lanky. He's not a brute. He's sitting there on top of the little steeple, and he's like, "Oh hell yeah, I'm gonna watch this ninja."
That was the pose I was gonna do on top of my couch, but it was taking too long. We couldn't figure out how the fuck to use the internet.
Were you really gonna do that pose?
Yeah,
Man, that would have been so
I had
sick.
it planned out. Oh, I had my couch. I was gonna put a jungle scene on the back of the TV, and I was gonna play clicks, the fucking whatever he does, the
You know,
thing.
It would have been so awesome if you had like a green screen set up of your little background, and that way you can walk in invisible and then like remove the blanket from you and like show visibility.
Whenever I texted you the other day, I was like, "Can you cut the video?" I wanted to do where I was sitting on that, and then I left the like screen or whatever. Hail Satan. And fucking I was just gonna record with the camera just like nothing, and then it was gonna be me popping in the seat, and I was gonna just be dressed like that. But it just became too much whenever we couldn't fucking get a camera to work.
That would have been so funny.
I'll have to call Spielberg. He'll do it.
Yeah, I forgot to text him before this episode, but I'm sure he's busy.
He said Kirby's got it, and I said okay. And then I learned.
Yeah, you learned that I did not, in fact, have it.
Yeah,
but
you didn't.
Yeah, the ninja boy.
Oh God!
Started killing all these soldiers, and what's crazy? You good?
Yeah. Well. Yeah, sure. Ninja boy. Oh, that's...
Are you okay?
Well, this is dying a lot faster than I thought it would. It was at like 70% when we started. Now it's at
your
11,
computer.
So
yeah, that wouldn't be
we've
good.
been fucking with it for so long that nothing. It's not whatever. All right, keep going.
Anyways, Ninja Boy was sneaking around, killing the soldiers, and like he almost got caught like 15 times. And he was like, "Oh shit!" So he goes and kills this one. Another one pops up, kills this one, and then another one pops up. He's starting beating the crap out of him. And then a third one is like getting ready to ring the bell, but he's like, "No." He blocks him, and then he kills them all without anyone seeing him. And then the other people in the other tower start ringing the bell, and he's like, "Well, damn." So he goes and leaves.
He's like, Gundor calls, and
yeah, he swiftly runs up to the top of the little castle area and meets his brother. And they fight. They're all doing some cool badass sword fighting. And the good brother defeats the bad brother. But then the predator pops up. And the predator's like, "You all are bitches. I'm going to kill." He's like, "Get over here.
Get over here."
And he's like, "I'm going to kill both of you guys." And then no, what happened is he knocked the bad brother off, and he's like, "Thank God."
Now he cuts the brother's face.
The exact same way.
You gave me. Hey, you want to know how I got these scars? That's what he says to him. And then he falls off the fucking balcony after he touches that slit in the wood.
He's like,
"Oh,
"Do you know how I got
slit."
these scars?"
Yo, you talk shit on my fucking.
Hey, mine sounded 10
Asian
times better than yours.
Whatever, dude. Fuck you. Whatever.
Hey, it's all right. But yeah, he kicks his brother off after cutting his face. You sounded like Borat. It's all right.
Very cool.
But he kicks the bad brother off, and he's like, "All right, my mission's done." And then the sneaky predator comes in, and he's like, "No, bub, you're not." So they start fighting, and the brother literally has to run and jump out of here because he's like, "This predator's about to kill me." And then he's like out of the castle, by the tree where him and his brother played. And then the bad brother's like, I'm still alive, bitch. And they start fighting. Again.
Yeah, he fell fucking 100 foot. And then if you look whenever they're on the ground, the fucking river that they're supposed to land in is like, there's a, like, I don't know how. I don't understand how they fucking made it to
Plot armor.
The bad brother made it to the fucking river, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm alive." Yeah, we win. We win.
It's like how Woody found Buzz after like kicking him off the house. He's like, "Buzz, you're alive," and he's like,
"Yeah."
He's like, "Lucky for you, people would have died for doing something like that on my planet, but we're not on my planet, are we?"
You're like, Buzz the Rocket. Have you seen that video where it's I can't talk because I'm thinking of dicks. Where it's the video where it's Woody and Buzz, and he goes, "Buzz, look, an alien," and then it turns around, it's fucking a dude with a 10-foot fucking dick, and he slaps it and it spins around in a circle.
No, I've not seen that, but that is exactly where I was going with this. The bad brother's like, "I'm totally gonna kick your ass," and the good brother's like, "Bro, look, an alien!" And the alien pops up, and they all just start.
Buzz, an alien.
Buzz, look, an alien. So they start fighting the alien. Luckily, they're like, "Okay, we got to kill this thing because it's obviously not from this world." And they do. They defeat it, but it came at a cost as well because the bad brother died.
Well, the good brother's like, "I watched Game of Thrones, and Arya Stark did this move to kill the Night King," or whatever. And he drops the sword. And wait, is that in that? No, that's the fucking part where they're fighting, and he drops the dagger or whatever.
Hell, I've not even watched Game of Thrones. I'm on season 2. So
Dude,
thank you
a fucking loser.
For spoiling everything.
Loser.
Now I know what's going to happen.
Everyone here knows the goddamn scene. She's like, "Not today, motherfucker," and does the same move. Never mind. Fucking go watch Game of Thrones. Jesus,
no, I can't do it. I've been too busy, man.
How old are you? I used to not watch Game of Thrones, and then my mom got a job. Fucking, you're a dork.
What? You're a fucking idiot. But yeah, they kill the predator, the bad bro dies, and the good bro's like, "You're not dying alone. I got you." So he just watches his brother die, and then another predator sneaks up, and he's like, "I got you, bub." So
he's like, no leaf falls alone off this tree. Trees make leaves, and they don't fall like us. We're brothers, and we fall together like leaves
in the wind
together. What was the shit it said in the first part? It was like, trees grow together to make air.
Yeah, that's
what the fuck did the thing say? What did the screen say? God damn it! You're making me look like an idiot.
No, that was it.
Yeah.
Trees
make leaves.
Trees produce oxygen.
I will make a whole. Somebody will print me in an office one day, but we will be together.
Yep.
Whatever. Fuck me.
That's the exact quote. But yeah, he's in the ship now. And he's sitting beside Ursula. They're in different time periods, but they're both alive. And then it transfers over to another brother. And he lived in Florida.
Another brother?
Wait, yeah. Another brother. What are you talking about?
Brother? Who's the brother?
Torres.
You can't call him a brother because he's Mexican.
No, that's not what I meant, you idiot. I'm just talking about how we went from Kenji.
Gang signs and call him brother because he's
so stupid.
Mexican,
that is not
dude.
what I meant.
That's fucked up.
You're an idiot.
It's 2025. You can't say that no more.
You were so stupid. No, I'm talking about Kenji, the brother episode, and we went to another brother.
You
Torres.
voted for you fucking piece of shit.
You're a jackass. Anyways, we switch over to Torres. And is he in World War I or was it World War II? I can't remember.
What year was it?
It's not showing on here what time period it was.
It was 1940. Was it 40? 40 was 2, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was World War II in 1940. So, yeah, He was in World War II, and he was driving this car all crazy. Or was he the one flying the plane? He was in the car.
He was in the car at first, and then his dad's like, "You flooded the engine."
You
It's like,
fucking
bitch, just let
idiot.
it sit there. It's because you gave it too much gas. Like, oh, you fucked the thing up. Just let it dry out for a second.
You're an idiot, and you're going to join the army. Fuck off. So, yeah, he goes to the army, and he's like, I'm a pilot. Like, you all need to let me on the plane.
His dad did not care about him getting drafted. He's like, I'm tired of taking care of you.
Yeah.
Good luck in the army, bitch.
He's like, hopefully you don't flood any engines there.
Yeah. Hopefully you flood in the ocean, you little fucking bitch.
You piece of shit. So, yeah, he's
Later,
already
brother.
got trauma, and he's in the army, and he's like, guys, listen to me. Just believe in me. I'm a pilot. And they're like, just fucking repair this plane. You're not flying. So they fly off, and then as he sees, like, this weird projectile that came from an alien spaceship, he's like, shit, I gotta warn these guys, they can't hear me. So he goes and grabs old Reliable, the rustiest, junkiest fucking plane on the planet.
The thing was backfiring and fucking shutting off. That means the timing's off, like valves are stuck or something. And he's like, oh, I'm just gonna jump back in, it'll be all right.
He's like, I have to warn them. So he's driving.
He's like, this'll be all right. I'm a mechanic. I'm Mexican, like you said.
Lucky, you're a fucking idiot. That's not what I said. But yeah, he got up in the air and he's going after him, and he's trying to warn him, and they're like, dude, get the hell out of here. It's a war zone. And he's like, I know, but there's something else. And yeah, most of them die. And him and his
he's like, look at my Blair Witch sights on my aiming thing. What are those called?
I don't know, man.
It
I
looks
don't know
like
what
the
you're
Blair
talking
Witch
about.
fucking sock. You know the sticks that are tied together, where it's like straight across and then like this and
The crosshairs?
fuck. Yeah, the crosshairs look like the Blair Witch fucking thing.
I don't know.
Fuck me. All right, whatever. So the Predator's coming in. He's got the fucking scanner from Dragon Ball, and he's like, Torres is over 9,000. He looks like fucking Riddick or whatever the fuck his name was.
Yeah, he had the fucking little goggles set on. That way he could like aim at his fullest potential. And he killed them all, but Torres and his superior, I can't remember what the guy's name was, they're dipping and dodging and swerving and stuff.
That guy sucked.
Torres is literally about to crash, and he's like, hold on, I'm going to crawl over here and fix my engine.
I'm gonna jump out in fucking this gas tank or whatever this is. It's on fire.
I'm gonna kick it off.
Walk across the wing. We're only going 5,000 miles an hour.
Hey, he does it though.
Let me just walk across this. Yeah, of course he does. It's a cartoon, Kirby. I don't know. It's a fucking cartoon. It's not real.
But he's an army man.
You can't do that.
He is an army man.
He got yelled at because his boss was like, "You can't fix nothing, you stupid fuck." And then he drives a plane that doesn't run, and he walks across a goddamn wing.
Yeah, and he fixed it. And he gets back in his cockpit and flies away. And then they're like, oh shit, he came up with a great idea. He's like, okay, he can see us through heat, so we're going to fly up, get cold as hell. And then his superior's like, get the fuck out of here. You're an idiot. I'd rather die than fly with you.
his bosses or whatever is like, I'm just going to die. Like, I could easily leave, but I'm just going to die.
He's like, no, he can't see us now. We're cold. Nope.
Yeah, shoot me with the fucking tentacle bomb. Fuck me like a hentai girl. That's what he said. And then
literally right before he goes out, he's like, Torres, look over here. And he's like, oh, can you see it? He's like, take that. And he's like, oh, shit. Then he blows up. Torres starts flying.
Look at how tight my butthole is. Torres, look at my butthole. Look how tight it is.
Tight, brother.
That's a tight... Look at my butthole, Torres.
And then he blows up, and Torres
I'm
is like,
die.
shit.
Look.
So
look at me, Torres.
Luckily, Torres found a way
senpai.
to cause the Predator ship to explode. I can't remember how he does it, but he's dipping and dodging through these warships, and they're shooting the big ship, and all kinds of stuff goes off. But he eventually tricks the Predator and causes him to explode. And he's like, oh, hell yeah. Well, then another Predator ship picks him up. And then it goes to present day. Now, I don't exactly know what time period that is, but they're on the Predator Island, whatever it is. And the king...
It's Epstein's.
Oh, God. Yeah. Epstein is
ended up on Epstein's
secretly
island.
the king Predator. And he's like, one of you all will survive. I want you all to kill each other, and then you all can fight me. And eventually, literally everyone's like, no. And then Ursula's like, okay. So she's just trying to kill them all. And Kenji's like, dude, leave us alone. We can work together and kill this thing. And she's like, no, I'm angry and I'm a Viking. And so she's like fighting everyone.
I'm pissed off. I got an axe. And I like to spit in little boys' hands.
And then Torres gets swallowed by this giant freaking monster and is still living through the stomach.
He's like, I watched Guardians of the Galaxy fucking once, and I can just jump in this and cut it from the inside.
It worked. And then he like gets
I don't
dragged.
know how, that animal. I don't know how the mouth, face, neck, forehead, mouth. Did you look at it?
What are you talking about?
You sound like you don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember. Like his mouth looked normal.
His mouth was all right. Like this is my eyes. See them?
Yeah.
they're up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're right here. Yeah. And then they're like down like this, and he's got that one tusk and that broken one. And then his mouth is back there. His
Are you
mouth
sure?
is on top of his head. I swear to God, look it up. Fucking
Let me
Google
see.
it, bitch. Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, because he looks down and his mouth's on top of his head. Because he comes out and knocks that one dude up, and then he lands in his mouth. Look at it.
I'm trying to pull it up. I don't even show him.
Well, I could not figure out how his mouth worked. He had no mouth down here. His mouth was up here. He could have ate running backwards.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it on Google and cannot find it anywhere.
Well, I don't know.
Well, there we go. It must be true. It must be true.
Yeah, it is true. I'm not lying. Call Miss Cleo. She'll tell you.
No, I don't believe you. No. But yeah, he gets swallowed by this thing. He's still alive, thankfully, and makes it out of that thing's mouth, and then finds like this Predator bike, and he's driving it. He's like, "Guys, hop on!" So they end up riding to the king, fighting off the king, and somehow he knows how to fly this alien spaceship because he is in fact a pilot.
Couldn't even drive a car.
Can't drive a car, can barely drive a plane, but he can drive an alien spaceship.
Why is the fucking Japanese dude, why do they call him Weasel?
Did they?
Yeah, the grandma the fucking Torres keeps calling the bike Ursula grandma. And then the grandma calls fucking Genji from Overwatch fucking Weasel the whole time.
Maybe she's just being a bitch. I don't know. I guess he didn't really look like a weasel.
I don't know if that's like a racist term from Viking times or something. I don't know.
Could be.
And I also have written down here in quotations, I am coming, stepbrother. I don't remember what that is.
He looks up at the king Predator. He's like, I'm going to come.
Yeah, I'm going to come. Yeah, I don't know.
And he's like, I'm coming.
Yeah, I'm stuck in the dryer, stepbrother. Help me. Did you notice that the spines on his back were assumably, is that a word?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Well, it fucking better be. The alien fucking spines.
You know, I was looking at that and I was like, that does look like a xenomorph tail, but I didn't know for sure. Let me pull him up. I want to see that again.
Yeah, he had like 9 of them on there.
Yeah.
Well, if you watch Alien versus Predator, they just they like had the mom tied up or whatever. And then she gave birth to hundreds of them. And they would just sit at the top of the temple and pick them off.
Yeah. Yeah, he has like a crap ton of them as a little cape.
Yeah.
Got a nice little cape on him.
Also, in my notes, I have Grandma hid his marbles all over the floor. the shit from the gun,
Yeah.
the little bullets or whatever.
What a
Yeah,
douchebag.
Grandma knocked his marbles over. Stupid. So
I like
stupid.
how they all had their weapons from their specific time period. And then they're like, we're going to give this guy a fucking, like, fucking a musket.
Yeah. You know where that's from, don't you?
What do you mean? The American Revolution?
Kirby. Oh, Jesus Christ.
What are you talking about?
That's the fucking gun in Predator 2
Oh, yeah.
that Danny Glover gets. He's like, what the fuck? What is this thing? And then
Yeah,
but
you're right.
It loops back around to Prey whenever she's in the camp, and fucking they take the gun from the dude it's like the whole Pocahontas thing where the fuckers come in with, they're like, oh, you guys are Indians and natives and we're going to kill everyone.
So you think that is from the same musket?
It is. It is. That gun is from Prey. So that puts the whole thing, it makes a timeline out of not a timeline. So that's the gun that's in Prey, and then it gets sent to Danny Glover in Predator 2, and then it comes back to this.
So that musket is like the Book of the Dead. Like that is the item in Predator.
Yeah, it's been sent through 3 different movies, and I don't think they planned on any of it. They just worked it in there somehow.
Because the director from this is the same director from Prey. So he's like, yeah, this musket's important, and we're going to show it off every chance I get. Yeah. So
that's where it comes from.
That's a good Easter egg.
Predator 2, and then in Prey, and then there.
You know, I really did not see the musket and go, oh, that's the musket from all these other movies. It never correlated with me.
Well, see, I watched, and I haven't watched them all in a while. I didn't even think of it. And then I went back and watched Predator 2 and AVP and all that. And I was like, oh, shit, that's the gun that Danny Glover gets. And it's like, this doesn't lead anywhere. In what year did that come out? 1990. So in 1990, they just threw a random gun in there for no reason. They're like, hopefully this will go somewhere.
Well, they were probably just trying to be funny at that time. They're like, yeah, we're going to give him a musket just to do it. And now there's connective tissue. There's lore.
They've put the foreskin back on the gun.
Yep. That's good. But yeah, so they, does Genji survive? Because I know he lost his arm. He makes it into the ship and leaves with Torres, right?
Yeah, him and Torres leave, and then they keep Ursula.
And Ursula's like, you know what? This is the wrong timeline. I belong in the ocean, so I'm just going to end my life here.
She's like, you've kept me on life alert for 437 years.
She's like, I'm old as shit, and I want to die.
You bring me out to beat the rock'em sock'em robot of predators. I hate men.
They're all stupid.
Women rule. I'm the Shield Maiden. Who are you? I don't know. I don't know who I am. I'm the Shield Maiden. I killed my dad.
That's it. That's
showbiz, baby.
Yep, that's just how you do it. But yeah, the king is like, okay. So he watches him ride off into the sunset, and he's like, all right, let's go hunting. And then like all these other spaceships are chasing him. I'm like, well, those 2 are definitely dead. There's no way they're going to make it out of this. But
they would just freeze him, just like they did with everyone else.
Yeah, which leads to the ending, which is a very cool Easter egg because I was not expecting to see that. But they end up having Naru.
Sex.
Oh. They end up having Naru from Prey frozen and in captivity on their little planet. So,
but did you see whenever I looked it up on IMDb, it said it was an alien. But did you saw it like that was the first frozen thing they walked past?
Yeah, there was
the extra wide.
I tried looking back to see if it was a xenomorph, but I didn't. Was it in fact one of the xenomorphs?
That's what I kept seeing on IMDb, but if you pause it like in the movie, like I paused it like 3-4 different times while they were walking past it just to see if it was an actual xenomorph.
It
And
didn't
it's got
look
like
like
long
one.
arms. Yeah, it's got like weird long arms, which doesn't make any sense. I mean, they got long arms, but not like fucking, they had like centipede fucking arms or
Yeah.
something. And the face didn't look anything like, it didn't have the Geiger fucking penis head. It
Yeah.
looked like, I don't know, it just looked like a face with like a shitty
Maybe it was just
haircut.
another random
I don't-
creature because, yeah, I looked at that several times and I was like, that is not it. That is because
Yeah, I
I
kept pausing it over and
rewinded
over.
it.
And
Yeah.
I was like, well, that doesn't look like it. And then I saw other word that one was Arnold, but I paused it on the other face and it didn't look anything like that. And then it was Naru or whatever her name was.
Yeah. Dude,
It's like,
could
oh,
you
cool.
imagine? Because I know Arnold's getting up there in age, so obviously that he's not going to do another Predator. But if they do an animated movie of Predator and Arnold's in it, that would be crazy.
Well, he's supposed to be in the next Kung Fury.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I think he's supposed to be like the president or something.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't know
he's
how
not
big
going
of
to be
part it
doing
is,
a
but-
lot, I don't think. But
Well, he's gonna do the commando thing, and
there, did you ever play
Stuff.
the Predator video game?
no, I played the Alien game not too long ago. Didn't finish it, but
The Predator game has an Arnold skin, and it is really cool.
what Predator game are you talking about? Did I just completely miss a Predator game? Apparently,
Yeah, it came out in 2020. And like Arnold
I did not.
Schwarzenegger, like he is, I can't remember like the time period, but he's like in a futuristic military outfit.
nope, don't remember this at
That's
all.
crazy, man. It's made by Ilphonic, who did the Friday the 13th game. And
Illmatic, the album by Nas.
huh?
Never mind. Just rapper, just G shit that you wouldn't understand.
Dude, I know who Nas is, but I didn't understand
No,
what you
it's
were.
cool. Well, then you would understand Illmatic if you know who Nas was.
Okay. But yeah,
Yeah.
so we see
All right,
Naru.
brother.
You're stupid. We see Naru,
Stupid.
and that is the coolest Easter egg. So obviously, hopefully, we get another animated film later down the road. But yeah, that is the movie. And
What?
Give me some final thoughts before we leave a score. What do you think?
I don't understand why they all have different toes. Do you notice?
Are you serious? Different toes?
I think I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I don't. Something made a weird noise. I don't know if that was me or you. Is something dying somewhere?
No, nothing's dying on my end.
I don't know.
Could it be
You
your
cut out for a
phone?
minute. And I heard beep beep beep. That's what I was wondering. I don't know.
Could be your headset dying.
Cut. No, it's not the headset. The headset's got like a 20-hour battery.
Is it your phone?
I don't know. Well, I had the charger over here, and then we started doing a bunch of shit, and I never plugged it back in. So I'm just going to plug it in just in case.
I love that Bates Motel sign in the background. Is that a Freddy
Like that?
Krueger by your Gandalf?
Yeah, that's Dream Warriors, the third one from NECA, the big one.
Man, that's crazy. And is that the Book of the Dead?
Yep.
Is that Trick or Treat Studios?
I don't know who did that one. It's got everything in it.
That's awesome.
You didn't even comment on the fucking VHS Friday the 13th collection that I paid fucking $130 for.
Well, obviously, I can't see it completely on the screen.
You didn't say anything about Chucky and
Literally,
The
as soon
lady
as
over
you
there?
got on here, I was like, I love your setup. And you're like, it's just my fucking basement, man. It's just my basement.
the only thing I changed was that Bates Motel was right over here by the stairs. And I was like, that looked good over there. 'Cause
Yeah,
it lights up.
it looks
And
good.
I put these up. I put those up. The shit on the ceiling and that Bates Motel is the only thing I moved. Everything else is just normally like this.
Well, it looks good.
Sorry, I'm a fucking ball.
Give me your damn final thoughts.
Oh yeah. So why do they have different toes?
I don't know.
I think that's where we left off. The first dude, the Rock'em Sock'em robot guy, he had two toes. Two-toe Freddy. That's what I've been calling him. And the rest of them have more toes. I don't know.
Well, maybe he lost it in battle.
Yeah, it was good. I didn't know. They looked like fucking little pinchers. Yeah. But it was good. I mean, I liked it. I honestly fell asleep the first time I watched it. I don't know if that was.
So what is that saying on the fact that like, is that speaking on
the first time I watched it? I got pissed off because of the animation. I hated that. They could have done it way better. It would have looked better. Not that fucking goddamn. They just played Sea of Thieves for 500 hours and they're like, let's make the shittiest fucking animation we can. That sucked. I fell asleep the first time. It was still good because I watched it 2 or 3 times. I don't know. I don't know where to put it on a scale of. Are we doing the 1 to 5?
Yeah, we're doing the 1 to 5.
All right, 1 to 5. I'd give it. I don't know if I'm gonna come back and like put this on. I don't know if this is gonna be a movie where like I'm sitting in the garage, fucking working on the truck or working on the bike or something, and I'm like, oh, let's put a movie on. Like, I'll put on Predator 1, and then I'll fucking cheers a beer to the old lady whenever they're doing the fucking, you son of a bitch. Like,
yeah,
that's fun. Yeah, but I don't know if I'll ever really turn this movie on, which makes me kind of knock it down on the tier of, like 1 to 5. I give it like a 3. A 3 would have to be, what, a 6 out of 10?
Yeah.
So a 3. I give it a 2.5. It was good. There was just some shit that I think they could have done way better and made it better. And then I don't think I'll ever really turn it on again. It wasn't that iconic of a movie to me to turn on. Like Predator 2, fucking, that movie sucks. Danny Glover. Yeah, that shit was fucking. The whole time we were watching it, the old lady was like, God, this movie fucking sucks. Why'd they make movies like this? And I was like, I don't know.
Because money, man. That's it.
Yeah. The fucking first one did awesome. Like, it ripped. Predator 2 sucked. This movie's like, all right. I might watch it again if somebody really wants to watch it, but I'll probably never turn it back on. So I'll give it like a 2.5 out of 5.
I understand the animation. Like, it's not my favorite animation, but I was able to look past it. I think story-wise, this is one of the strongest Predator stories we've had ever. Like, literally, yeah, Predator 1 is... honestly, I don't even know if I list it as my number 1 favorite, because I love Prey, too. So...
Prey's the best one.
Prey is
by far the best one.
Prey is my favorite Predator movie. And then I think I would go Predator 1 because of how iconic and nostalgic it is. And then I would put Killer of Killers right after that. It's in my top 3. I gave this a 4.5 stars. I think story 4.5.
All right, brother.
I was able to look past the cartoony, the animations. I'm not an Arcane fan. I'm not a League of Legends fan. So like, I didn't really.
I spent 12 years of my life playing that game.
Dude, I know you're a freaking loser. That's why. But yeah, brother, you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
But
Look at my nipples.
The Arcane style animation was just not my favorite thing. Everything else was fantastic. The sound design. The story, but all 3 different stories I liked. I would rate the one in Japan the best, and then the Viking one, and then the one set in World War II. And then it just closed off with like a nice little bow. Like, it was just a fun, good time. We got to see these stories on these 3 different people all throughout different time periods. And then they wake up ready to fight for their life because they're taken over by these predators.
They have to.
Literally have no choice.
You know.
The Easter eggs were a lot of fun, like seeing Naru at the end was a lot of fun. And now the musket, I didn't even think to realize that that was the same musket from the other two movies. But I think that's a lot. That's a lot of fun, man. I don't know
It
what to
is.
tell you.
I mean, that tying the musket thing, tying everything together, made the whole thing cool.
That's some MCU type stuff.
Like it. Yeah, well, I dipped out of the MCU a long time ago.
Dude.
I'm on the straight and narrow now, brother.
You're like, I've cleaned up my life.
Yeah, I got a life. That's what happened.
Okay, I'm gonna
No, I
have to
haven't
kick
wa-
you
I
off here.
All right, toodaloo.
It might. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And some of the Easter eggs like that. And there honestly could have been more. Like you said, there was a strong possibility of Xenomorph Tails being a part of the King's cape, which is a really cool. And who knows? I mean, if we watched more, we'd probably see a lot more. Obviously, the director is a fan of Predator to make something like a musket and Predator 2 a significant piece of history in these movies. So it's hard telling.
I think that was the best part, was just like the Easter eggs. That made it a lot more fun than it's like, oh shit, they tied all of this together in this one movie. But
Yeah. Jesse.
like I said, I just don't know if I go back to it. I don't know. What'd Jesse say?
Jesse
I tried to get
messaged
you
me
to
because
tell
he
him
was
to
like,
come
we
on.
should, right before we recorded, he's like, oh, we should record this next week. And I'm like, I'm recording an episode right now with Slater. I was like, we'll get into something. He's like, no, I mean, let's do it next week. And I was like, I'm currently about to record. And he's like, no, we'll record the Predator one next week. And I was like, we're doing the Predator episode
Listen,
right
motherfucker.
now.
Slater's been dressed as the Predator for an hour and a half
I was
sitting
like,
outside.
he's in damn fishnets. We have to record it now.
Yeah.
And he was
I
like,
didn't even want you to see the fishnets, and you turned the camera on, and you saw it was the corner of my elbow, and you said, or the corner of my shoulder, you said, are you in fishnets? And I was like, God damn it.
he's like, oh shit, he spoiled
I've
it.
been foiled. Yeah.
But yeah, he called me a traitor. But I told him I'd make sure to list his opinion. He said, throw in that I think this movie was a complete masterpiece. He said, no one could compete with what that director has done with the last two films, including the original. He said he'll die on this hill. He thanks Prey. And this film here was the strongest Predator movies in the whole franchise, which honestly, they are some of the strongest ones. I mean, they got some real shitty Predator movies. You know what I mean?
Some of them. Well, yeah. I think that, have you ever watched the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street?
God. Don't do this to me, man.
I enjoy that one.
You do?
I think I've heard that Jesse enjoys it. Is it Jesse that enjoys that one too?
Yeah, he loves that one.
I mean, that's pretty good. I like it better than TCM. And then that other guy that you did a video with, he likes, what's he like? He likes TCM better than, what was it? I don't remember what he said. What did he say? He likes TCM better than Halloween.
Oh, yeah, Riley from Slash and Cast. Yeah, he said he likes that Texas Chainsaw movie from Netflix better than Halloween
I
Kills.
think you should bring him onto a podcast and let me and him talk about TCM, because I think he's completely wrong. I don't think he's watched it. I don't know.
I told him, I was like, there's no way I can agree with you on this. And
yeah, I heard it. And I was like, what does this guy think he's doing? He likes TCM 22? No.
Dude,
you're wrong, brother.
Halloween Kills, I understand there's issues, and Halloween's his favorite movie. So if you look at Halloween Kills compared to Halloween, you're like, they completely fucked it all up. And so I can see that, but I went into it for literally just the kills. Like, I was like, I just want to see Michael kill some people. Like, Halloween 1, no one's ever going to be able to touch that movie. So I'm just trying to have fun with Michael.
Yeah, it's got fucking pumpkin in it. That's the best part of that whole movie.
What are you talking
There's
about?
one pumpkin.
I don't even know what's
Halloween
going on right now. You're confusing the piss out of me.
Well, I was thinking about it. I was like, oh yeah, remember Kevin Bacon gets stabbed through the throat, and then I was like, wait, that's the wrong fucking movie.
It's Friday
And I was like,
the
oh yeah,
13th.
it's got a pumpkin in it. You remember fucking what's her bitch fucking carries that pumpkin home?
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. She's got on like some flared bottoms.
You're an idiot.
Halloween's my least favorite franchise. Just throwing that out there.
Franchise-wise, I can agree with, but Halloween 1 is the best, one of the best horror films ever made. But like the rest of them, I
don't agree. I'll watch fucking Freddy and Jason over that every day. That's like Halloween's the last one. If I'm like forced to put on Halloween, I'll put it on. I don't give a shit about Halloween.
You're crazy, dude. I got it.
There's not one. Actually, you know what? I'm looking around. I don't own one fucking Halloween thing in here. There's not one.
That's crazy.
Nope. Nothing.
I knew you were a piece of shit.
I don't give a shit about fucking Star Trek boy with a white face. I don't care. Fuck Halloween.
I knew there was a reason why I shouldn't have you on this show, and now I found out why.
it's not the fishnet nipples or anything.
That's going to increase my views.
It's just me. You know what? The Rob Zombie Halloweens were better than the original.
Okay, we're done here. We're done here. We're done here.
What? I'm just stirring the pot, brother.
Nope, we're done. Predator, Killer of Killers. You listed as 3 stars. I listed it as 4.5. It's a great movie. Let me know what you all think down in the comments below. And where can they reach you, Slater, if they want to contact you and throw hate at you?
Pornhub / Salad Fingers. Or Instagram, Jewel City Slater. I think I have Facebook or something. I don't know. I don't care. I don't use any of it.
Are you still doing the Whoopi Goldberg podcast?
Oh yeah, Whoopi Goldberg's Crusty Feet. I'm still running that.
Nice.
Actually, the helmet I had on where I ruined a whole welder's mask. This was actually what I wore in young Whoopi's.
Oh God!
Yeah, whenever I was little Whoopi, this is what I had on.
Hell yeah!
You see those dreads?
Yeah, that looks good.
Sister Act 69, brother.
Oh God! Okay, I gotta get off here. You're an idiot. Okay, but yeah, guys, keep up with the YouTube channel. Message me on the socials. I got all the socials down as well. I've been streaming on Twitch and YouTube and TikTok. I'm streaming on TikTok tonight as we're recording this. Keep up with the streams because I've been streaming Dead by Daylight. We're going to be doing some other games as well. But until next time, guys, stay scary.